Hey there, YouTube. Oops, technical difficulties there. All right, let's look into Esther Houston. Started researching symbolism and found my way to looking at Hillsong seed covers, and now I'm looking at Esther Houston. It's my second seed video, and I'm just concerned, and I feel that discernment is needed due to a lot of similarities with Hollywood that I'm seeing in all her pictures. I don't know her. She's a very beautiful woman. Just as her co-worker Martha Graeff, so I'm not here to really say anything about their company. I'm just here to show that discernment is needed. So you'll recognize them by their fruits. So let's take a look at what we see. Even just these pictures alone right here should concern any Christian looking at these pictures. I don't think a pastor's wife should be represented in any way, shape, or form in any of these pictures. This is very concerning to me. So, but I'm not here to show you old pictures because these are older pictures that I found. There's a few newer ones, but let's look at the most recent that I found on Pinterest, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Okay. So you have no fellowship with unfruitful works of darkness, but rather expose them. So that's what I'm here to do, is show you how concerning it is that they are similar to what I see in Hollywood and Illuminati after researching symbolism. Okay, what is a black belt in yogi? Esther Houston posted this picture of her doing a yoga position and stating that she has now a black belt in yogi. And her husband here also, Joel Houston, standing in a yoga position. Not sure if he does yoga. Maybe it was just for a picture. I don't know. But what she said. So I had to look in. What was a yogi? I know what yoga is. But a yogi is a person who spent many years practicing the philosophy of yoga and is considered to have reached an advanced spiritual state. Well, so if you are doing yoga, I just am here to say that you are joining and uniting with the mysticism practices of Hindu and Buddhists. So what is that mysticism and that you're joining with? Yeah, I would be very concerned. I would pray and talk to a pastor about it, but it seems that nowadays everything goes since the pastors are doing it here. So yeah, discernment is needed. In order for her to get this black belt, she had to kneel before a sensei in a ceremony. I don't exactly know what that means per se. I've never been to a ceremony where someone receives a black belt. It could be just like karate, I don't know. But it's very concerning, and I've read a lot and had family members who have left yoga after being saved, accepting Christ in their hearts, and they had to drive the spirits out of their house, and they left, but it took some work, and then they shook the walls and shook plates as they left. So it's a spirit that is not to be associated with Christians, is my view, and also what the biblical view is as well. I'll have some verses in the end. So how is she imitating, the elite or the Illuminati? Okay, well, I found some pictures of her doing the shish sign, which means that they have all knowledge. They believe that they are the ones that are going to survive and make it to the end. Well, you can look into it some more, but that is what it means. And she has two clear pictures of her doing that sign, so that is concerning. Very concerning. The one eye, or the eye of Horus or Ra, father and son, by the way. And so they do this a lot, showing one eye, or having the eye covered, or covering the one eye with your hand or with the something in front. That's just their way of showing that they are joined and united with the Illuminati. They have to do that. So that's a little concerning. She sells also goat and deer products, which maybe to some might not be concerning, but to me it is, because recently a lot of them have been, I've researched, and all of them are drawn to Baphomet symbolism. She has a belt. In my last video, she had earrings. She had necklaces with the eyes. She had all kinds of products. So I'm not here to show you all the products, because they are hard to find now, because you'd have to sign in. Maybe you can sign in and find out what they're selling. But this is enough to me to show that discernment is needed, and I would not be joined with Hillsong anymore. And as above, so below, the black and white, they show it in pictures, and these are all pictures these are all from her site. But the elite show them in pictures as black and white flooring a lot of times, or in clothing, or in pictures, to show that everything that they do that is evil, they cover it with something that is good. And that's why they help a lot of people. They might do a lot of good deeds out there, but it's only to cover the other things that they're doing. And the last is the most concerning as well to me, is the ritual of bathing. Us Christians, we're baptized to show that we are cleansed, and to unite us with the Holy Spirit, and to bring us into a closer relationship with Christ. It doesn't mean that you're not to get to heaven if you're not baptized, but it is also a way for us. A lot of times, you know, a lot of kids, after being baptized, they're taken a hold of by a lot of, going through a lot of teenage rebellion or whatever. But yeah, Satan really wants to get anyone who is saved. But this is one way that they show that they are united with the Luciferianism, or I don't know. It's a picture. I can't express to you if this is true, but it's concerning to me. And how do I know that it's her? I did a close-up, and this is definitely her ring, to show that it is her. And it was on her site, not on Martha Graeff's. So, concerning, because I don't know. This is what I've researched and looked at, and we'll look at all the pictures now from the elite who are doing these things. So here, some have tattoos, as even the shush, and they are all doing the sign, because they believe that they have all knowledge. Okay, I don't have to start naming names. I'm sure you can recognize at least half, if not all of them, from here. Then the Eye of Horus, or Ra. So this, I'm sure, is more, you're more aware of this. If you're not, it's everywhere. You can recognize them. They either do it with the 666 symbol, which is like this. They're covering the eye. They're covering it with a product, or like here, covering or closing an eye. That is showing that they are united with the Illuminati, or there's so many names for them that I can't even begin to say. Knights Templar. Anyway, so the deer and goat, why is that so concerning? Well, because if we go back to when Moses went to get the 10 Commandments and he came back down, this is what he found. And that's exactly what we see in Wall Street. That's exactly what they just erected now in America. Is the Baphomet, the goat head, women's breasts, goat's legs. This right here is the Baphomet sign right here. This is, you can see them in, I just took a few pictures. Who rules and who runs this world? I'm not here to mention all of this, but I'm just saying this is very concerning, showing any kind of goat or deer or Baphomet head. The elite show their sign, and in different ways. It might be fun for you, you might think, but it's not a game. They're showing who they're aligned with. Their black and white symbolism, as I said, it can be in clothing, it can be in flooring. Sometimes it's just having the opposites, like here. and how she portrays it here. It's in videos. It's in other videos. That was just in Timberlake's. It could be in the backdrop. And also the Queen and the royal wedding. It's amazing how the church even has the flooring like that. Hollywood and their bath rituals. This has been going on for many years. Sometimes you even see the black and white symbolism behind them. So that's showing both things happening at once. I don't have to start mentioning names. Sometimes they're done in just a regular bath, sometimes other ways, and sometimes in blood. I mean, Vladimir Putin even said that he takes baths in blood. And as you can see, diamonds, gold. That is somehow they show that they're united with the Illuminati. They have to do this. It is a ritual that has to be done in front of a camera. Alright, I found these pictures. Her with the ears. The bunny ears and Mickey Mouse ears. The bunny ears are kind of like hard to explain, but they call it an MKULTRA, and it is something that they are having to do to show that they are joined, and it's almost like a mind control that they're going through. The bunny ears, Mickey Mouse, the owner of Mickey Mouse, was a 33rd degree Freemason, and so a lot of times the elites have the ears on to show that they are in the elite club. But this one, it's harder for me to explain, and I can't prove anything except for that this picture was in the site. As you can see, I did not flip the picture upside down. She flipped it. And that's concerning to me. By watching some of these other guys, I couldn't find a video or a picture to show or prove this, but that is a stance that they take when showing, like the Baphomet sign, like with your body. I'm hoping somebody out there might have some more information on that, but I'm quite sure that that's what it is, and it's a little concerning to me too. So here are the bunny ears of all the elites doing in Mickey Mouse ears. Sometimes they wear them out in public. Sometimes it's in their videos or their concerts. It's not just for fun. They have to do this. They're being told to do this. So, yeah. Now the Spirit expressly says that in later times some will depart from the faith, giving heed to deceiving spirits and doctrines and demons. And you might not even be aware. That's why yoga is concerning to me. I would not be uniting with another spirit. So Martha Graeff, I'll try and make this quick here. She is the co-founder of their company, Houston Graeff. She is also into yoga. She has gone to visit India and many places. She seems like a very, fun girl. But the Hamza hand, that's a mysticism right there. She's in yoga positions, and these are all from her site as well, with the Buddha or whatever that is. The ears is again, and the one eye over here, but it's also in all the positions that you see her in. I don't know how she's connected otherwise to Houston or the church, so I'm going to keep it quite brief on her. But she is connected to Houston through the company. So one other thing concerning me about her was the Burning Man. If you don't know what the Burning Man is, I suggest looking up the site. When you look it up, it's hard to find true information from it from a Christian point of view, what it is. So if you need more information, there's some sites down here. Skywatch, A Call for an Uprising, Hear the Watchman Journey. But basically, it is a global phenomenon event, but it happens especially on the West Coast. They have workshop lectures, events. It's a gathering place for a lot of, I would want to say unusual people, but it is people that are drawn into mysticism practices, and they do all kinds of things. They even have their own temple, so that's already concerning to me. And it's like the do what thou wilt attitude there. And a lot of the people that go there, they believe they are one with all and equal to nature and to God. So who believed that they were one with God? Well, Satan. So if I see Martha there, well, it's a little concerning. Well, then is Esther there? I don't know. There's no pictures showing, obviously. We would not have that. Skywatch posted this way, that the desert is a haunt of jackals and demons, a place that people practice rituals and magic. It is a pagan event, and this is what Mr. Derek and Sharon Gilbert had said on their show. And even there you could probably have spiritual encounters, especially with the Kundalini spirit. So that's also a mysticism practice from India or somewhere over there, Hinduism or Buddhism. So that is very concerning to me, that she is united with this lady in a company and who practices and goes to Burning Man. 2 years that I can see of through pictures. Other than that, I can't tell, obviously. Well, I'm just here to say we need to be aware of who we listen to. When you're going to a church, to know exactly, study what they're saying. Don't just listen to them preach. You need to go back and read the word on your own. And is that really what he is saying? And pray about the situation. We're in spiritual warfare, and we need to start really praying and taking things to prayer, to God. We are not meant to be one with the world. We're meant to stand out and be a light in this world. And she has quite interesting and quite, she has her own opinion and her own thoughts on things. And she has a lot of Hollywood connections. So many that these are just a few that I found. So I would be concerned, because she is connected to, just in a nutshell, in 3 pastors: her husband, her father-in-law, and then also another New York pastor. And if you think that she doesn't have the influence, well, I found Bobby Houston's Instagram as well, where she says, Bobby Houston, Phoenix tomorrow, Tuesday, and New York City Friday. And then she has, we've got this, and then they have her image, which is this image here, Martha Graeff. So are they selling her products, or, promoting them at the church? And if so, that is wrong. Just as it is wrong to bring candles and other things into the church, it is wrong to bring fashion and try and sell your products in church. I don't know if that's what's happening, but it is truly concerning to me. And I took this, I had several other pictures, but I toned it down a little. But I did keep this one. Warning, enter at your own risk. And this was from her site. So that's what I would warn of entering into their church. Know God and know the word and pray. It's time to get right with God. We don't know when our last day is. We're entering into very unusual times, and please get right with God. Do not love the world. For anyone who loves the world, the love of our Father is not in him. And if you're doing yoga, you're flirting with the world. And you're breaking your vow to God. Do you not know that being the world's friend, that is loving the things of the world, is being God's enemy? So whoever chooses to be a friend of the world makes himself an enemy of God. See to it that no one takes you captive through philosophy and empty deception, pseudo-intellectual babble, according to the tradition and musings of mere men, following the elementary principles of this world, rather than following the truth and the teachings of Christ. For in him all the fullness of deity dwells in bodily form, completely expressing the divine essence of God. It's through God that we get, peace and knowledge. Doing yoga and it's all about yourself. You're looking into yourself. We should be looking to God. other sites that if you are wanting any of this information, they have a lot of information about yoga, symbolism, the end times, the church, where we're at. I highly suggest these, and there's so many more, but also use discernment when you're watching these, because you don't know where these people are coming from, so you have to really pray and research for yourself. Okay, and just remember, do not conform to this world. Our God is a jealous God. He doesn't want us praying or doing things that are of this world, and to be aware that there are false prophets out there. Yeah. Do not love the world or anything in the world. Alright, that's all for now, and I hope this helps somebody out there, and just be aware, and I hope that she and the church really uses discernment and pray and change their ways if this is the path that they're going down. May God bless and have a great day.